guess we're all interested in acquiring stuff that's old and just want to know where we came from, I guess.
Ted Kuntz has been acquiring stuff that's old for a very long time.
Like this one, probably paid around $40 for it back in 53, 50, about 56 or 57.
But Ted is best known for one item in his collection. This one.
When you walked in with this, I just about died. On a really bad day, this textile would be worth $350,000. On a good day, it's about $500,000.
Oh my God.
Ted's Navajo blanket made Antiques Roadshow history as one of the most valuable objects ever appraised on the show. It had spent years draped over a chair in Ted's bedroom, a relic of his childhood.
I lived with my grandparents when my folks were separated when I was 5 years old. And my grandmother had grown up with this frontiersman, Mark Bedell. And the story goes that Kit Carson gave this blanket to Mark Bedell. There was a young boy, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. During the years I was living with my grandmother, it was on the bed where I slept. And in the cold winter days, it was probably thrown over me.
Once Ted learned the blanket's value, he knew he couldn't keep it.
It would be better served to be someplace where it could be preserved properly. It was sold to an anonymous buyer who donated it or put it at the Detroit Institute of the Arts in Detroit. And so far as I know, it's still there on display 3 or 4 months a year. I stopped by Detroit on a trip back in 98, or 08, and they had just taken it out and put it back in storage, and I didn't get to see it there, but I was hoping to.
With the money from the blanket sale, Ted and his wife, Virginia, were able to buy their home and help family and friends. But otherwise, life stayed pretty much the same.
I worked up until I was 74 years old. I had no intention of changing my lifestyle. Our wedding picture.
Now, the Navajo blanket provides the Kuntzes with a safety net for medical expenses and hard times.
Well, I've gone blind, pretty much totally blind. I can see to get around, so I'm totally dependent on somebody to drive me any place I want to go and help do a lot of things that I took for granted in my younger years that I could no longer do. So I have to sit back in the easy chair taking care of my wife. Care is expensive. It does add up.
But despite his difficulties, Ted Kuntz still finds joy in collecting bits and pieces of history, just in case.
Take care of the old things, and someday they'll be valuable. You never know what's going to produce value.
It's extremely rare. It is the most important thing that's coming.
Almost unbelievable that I could have something that valuable.
This is just pure linear design.
Surprise of my life.
I had no idea. I was just laying on the back of a chair.
Well, sir, you have a national treasure.
Wow.
A national treasure.
Gee.